So for the selection of the lateral force procedure, it's a little bit confusing to what type of procedure you will be asked to perform. Okay, so we have actually three types of lateral force procedure. One is the simplified static procedure based on section 208.5.1. The second one is the static lateral force procedure 208.5.2. And the last one is the dynamic analysis procedure 208.5.3. Okay, so all you have to take a look into is to after you perform the evaluation for your configuration requirements, it's just to look into this enumerated criteria on what particular procedure you want to use. Okay, so if your building is light frame and it is not exceeding 2 stories in height, okay, ito lang ang tignan mo, and you are on occupancy 4 and 5, standard and miscellaneous, then you can use this simplified static procedure. Okay, you can use this one. So this is the limitation. Very easy, no? This is a short procedure on how to compute for your base shear than these two here. But sometimes you don't. The question is, can you use the other procedure if this is the one that is recommended in this? Yes, you can use this too, but this is the least that you can use when it comes to earthquake analysis. So for the static lateral force procedure, which is the most common, no? So this is the most common that we use day to day. So this is only good for structures with occupancy category 4 and 5 in seismic zone 2. Okay, so for zone 4, uh, question, for zone 4, can you use this procedure? Okay, so you read the next criteria. Okay, so for as long as the structure is regular, this is for all structures, regular or irregular. So you are only limited to category 4 and 5 in zone 2. So for regular structures under 75 millimeters, 75 meters in height, with LFRS listed in table 208-11 except for section blah blah blah. So this is about soil profile typing. So SF is a poor soil with which requires a specific site evaluation. Okay, so you can only use this for regular structures. Okay, so you cannot use it for irregular structures. So that's criteria number 2. For criteria number 3, you can use this for irregular structure provided you will not exceed 20 meters. Dito 75 meters. Binabaan siya dito. So pwede sa irregular basta 5 stories in height or less. Okay? And then number 4, structures having a flexible upper portion and a rigid lower portion. So these are hybrid structures. Okay? So normally, when you talk of this, you are only limited to using this for structures unless you check it. You check the average stiffnesses of the lower portion and the upper portion. So if I were you, if you are using if you are computing or analyzing a structure which has this criteria on number 4, since the requirement is too rigid, so you just go to dynamic analysis procedure. This is a much more precise and accurate procedure than keeping into these limitations, keeping abreast with these limitations. Okay, so because there are a lot of things to consider, you just jump on the more precise structural analysis. But if still you want the static lateral force procedure to use, you have to abide by this proportion of at least 10 times the stiffness of the upper portion and so on. And the period of the structure is not greater than 1.1 times the period of the upper portion, etc. So it's just a confusing criteria to deal with. So you might as well go to the dynamic analysis procedure. And here's the good thing about the dynamic analysis procedure. If you will look into it, the enumerated criteria are very simple. You don't have to worry about it because it can actually handle all categories, all irregular and irregular structures, structures 75 meters or more in height, even the tall buildings, okay, except as permitted in 208.4.2 of item 1. So this is the first one here. Except if it is permitted here, you can use this one. Okay, so for number 2 criteria, structures having vertical irregularities 1, 2, and 3. What are these 1, 2, and 3? This is the soft story, mass irregularity, and I forgot the third one, the vertical geometric irregularity. Okay, so you can use this. If there are other irregularities, can you use this? So the answer is yes. Okay, pwede pa rin. No? So meaning to say this is very flexible. Okay, for number 3, structures more than 5 stories or 20 meters in height, even if it is in seismic zone 4. So you can use it. So practically all structures can be handled by using dynamic analysis procedure. Okay, structures regular or irregular located even at the poorest soil type SF, which is actually banned or not uh, allowed on this criteria for static lateral force procedure. So in short, class, if you don't want to involve yourself into a mess of satisfying all the requirements here, you just jump to a dynamic analysis procedure and focus your interpretation of results in that procedure to see to it that your data, your design data will be and information will be enough to guard against possible collapse of the structure against earthquake. Okay, so what is in this procedure that makes it a very powerful procedure? So of course, dynamic analysis procedure is an advanced procedure you can only learn if you will study a higher degree in structural engineering. Okay, so yun yung tinuturo pag nag-masters na kayo sa structural engineering. Okay, so that ends my presentation today for configuration requirements. I hope you got something out of it.